Yo. Yo. How's the volume? Can we hear everything? What is up with this thing, bro? That's my lele. Ah, that's my lele. I swear, I swear. Yo! She's so. Oh, God. There we go. Volume is I. Hey, what's good, y'all? How we doing? We got Shinigami in the chat. We got Kai in the chat. We got Karibo in the chat. Let's go. We got Ig. How you doing, Ig? Finally back. Yes. Finally back. How we doing tonight? How we doing tonight? A lot of things to go over. I have a lot of things to address. A lot of things to address. A lot of people have been hitting me up. We're going to go over all that stuff because your boy been MIA. Not my fault. 100% not my fault. But then again, it's like, you know, a little bit my fault. We're going to go over it, though. We're going to get into it. So, first things first, I want to address... well, I'll let a few more people get in here. Yes, my brother, did you see my DMs or did you just kick me to the curb? Nah, I got you, bro. So, what I like to do, what I like to do is formally address certain things. Definitely saw it, but I kind of want to, I like to address things at once. I like to address things. Where's my Blistex? I like to address these things at once. You know what I mean? So, your DMs definitely going to get addressed. Some DMs, some conversations in the Discord will be addressed. I think Shinigami specifically has some videos that he'd like me to review. That will be addressed. Jason, I haven't responded to Jason through email. That may or may not be addressed depending on if I can find the email within my email on this computer. May or may not. How you doing, Jason? Oh, I sent you another email also, by the way. Okay, gotcha, bro. We definitely going to check with that. Same with my drawings in the thread. All right. Shinigami's thread may not be addressed. That might be the only thing, and that's just because I don't know if that's the vibes right now for this stream. You know, this is an again welcome back stream. It's been a while since we've streamed. So let's get into that first. I'm not in the Discord, but it sounds like drama is afoot. It's not even drama. No, not drama. No, we don't do drama. We too old for that. We in high school no. There is no drama. Unless we're acting. In which case, I hope we're good faith actors. But no drama, Kai. The Discord stuff is just, just conversations, just about scaling and stuff like that. So firstly, why haven't why has Ab-Stract not been streaming? What has been going on? It's been 3 weeks. So I'll give you guys the week by week playthrough of why I have not been streaming. So the first week that you guys did not see me streaming was because I was grinding my ass off studying for the Security Plus, and I'm glad I did because I got a lot done. I got enough done to where I feel like I can study it at a less aggressive pace and kind of just pick up on all the things that are either I'm struggling to understand or I just don't know. But there's not a lot of things I just don't know anymore, which is good. So that was the whole first week of me not streaming. Second week, your boy went to Puerto Rico, vacation. It was lit. It was fun. Could not stream. Probably could have streamed, but I didn't really, I didn't bring my laptop, number one. Wanted to keep that safe. Didn't bring my laptop. And no, I hold up. That's a lie. I lied to you guys just now. I did bring my laptop. What happened was Puerto Rico was so goddamn fun, I didn't even use my laptop. So that was the second week. So grinding for the Security Plus, which I'm still doing, by the way. Yes, Red's the only one who checks up on me. So God bless Red and my brother Tay. Grinding for my Security Plus. Puerto Rico last week. Puerto Rico the week before that, and then last week, guys. You guys aren't gonna believe this shit. This is almost embarrassing to say, but it happened, and it's the reason I couldn't stream. So I'm going to share it with you guys. The reason I didn't stream last week, guys, is because listen. Be careful who you work for. Yeah, be careful because they don't always have your best interests. But then again, it's like not their fault because we'll get into it. So I was working in Virginia, Chippenham, Virginia, to be specific. I was working in Chippenham, Virginia, and there's no good way to say this. The hotel was crawling with roaches. Believe it or not. Yeah. That's what was going on. I didn't stream last week because the hotel was crawling with roaches. But Ab-Stract, how then did you sleep? I didn't. Or I slept very shortly. And mind you, I don't want to make it seem like it was an infestation. It wasn't an infestation, but it was enough to where I did not feel comfortable having my attention occupied for an extended period of time. Y'all know when I saw that one bug on stream and I flipped out on stream? Yeah, it was that. So that is why I've not been active the last 3 weeks. But like I said, we're in a good place with the Security Plus stuff. I think we're going to take my test within the next week and a half to 2 weeks. So probably the end of October, I'll take that test. Vacation is over, so that's good. What else? I'm not in a place with roaches. Hopefully the Wi-Fi is pretty good. So yeah. That is why your boy has been absent. And then of course I could have streamed on the weekend because I was home then, but I was like, I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna wait until a good Monday comes around so I can set the week off right. So it should be more consistent after this. It should be way more consistent after this. And I kind of just want to get back into all the things that we were doing before. That's Q&A Wednesdays. That's reading JJK. Still got to do that. That's even reading New Age Exorcist because I haven't gotten past chapter 40 yet just because I've been so busy with everything else. So yeah, that's kind of what's been going on with your boy. How are you guys doing? It's been so long. How are you, Michael? I see you in the chat, bro. What's up? Let's see. Volume is right. Yes, you're finally back. By the way, Karibo, we ain't done. My brother, yes, I did. I sent another email. Cool. All right, no problem. Same with my drawing in Thread. Thread, man. We'll see. I'm not even in the Discord. Oh, yeah, I can't wait. Now I want to do Aizen versus Johan. I did see you say you wanted to do Aizen versus Johan. Still haven't finished Monster myself. The email is lost in an infinite pile of emails. Hey, LOL. So let me check, actually, if if he sent me another email, it would be in my cloud. It would be in my cloud. And was it another one or one I already opened, or was it like 914? So, hey, Jason, was it 916? Was that the new one? Or did I already respond to that? Because we can go over, you know what? We can go over some of me and Jason's conversation too, actually. We can probably do that. But let me know, Jason, if it's the one you sent on 16 or 15. All of my enemies are on Discord, LOL. That's crazy. Hey, you got enemies, bro? That's hilarious. I know we aren't done. We don't have to rush the topic. Gang, put your first, my G. I got you. Jason says, Ignore, I don't think my brother is ever going to stop glazing Naruto, bro. I'm losing it. Laugh my ass off. You're on vacation. Handle your husbandly duties. Those come first. Facts. What's good, Michael? Not going to stick around long. Just wanted to say I'm glad you're back. Safe. You haven't streamed so long. I was waiting to get paired. Hey, man, that means a lot to me, bro. I appreciate that. Yes, we are back. Going to get back on a more consistent schedule with this stuff. Not surprised with the internet you were having. Yeah, Ayo Kai, bro. You think the internet was bad before, bro? My phone, like, even using the 5G, my phone couldn't get any service, bro. It was I couldn't even watch videos at night. It was annoying, bro. It was crazy. Just so you know, Kuribo, not completely convinced on you having, say, Itachi above Light Yagami in intelligence. Itachi over Light Yagami in intelligence? Itachi over Light Yagami. These are always hard to do, especially when, like, don't get me wrong, Naruto is about ninjas, and ninjas are, smart, analytical, tactical, and all this other stuff. But, like, Death Note is literally centered around these themes and these things for the most part. So it's always interesting, but it's always hard to have those conversations. How is Light above Itachi in intelligence? It isn't that far apart. Hey, what's good, Rower? How you doing? Itachi has FSIQ, but Light is better manipulator, has better planning strategies and all. Light Yagami wasn't all that smart, LOL. I don't think we give Light enough credit. I don't think we give him enough credit. Light was pretty smart, bro. I'm good. Handling business and intip sitting Bleach soul resonance to drop. That's dope. I'm back to my storyboard, still working out, making the eyes and intelligence red. Hey, that's what's up, Shinigami. Doing good myself. Still on strike at work. Ooh, whoa. Applied to apprentice at an electrical union recently. Oh, wow. Wait, so, hey, Michael, what is your profession, bro? And why are we on strike? Are we not getting paid enough? Are we not getting treated properly? Is there is an equipment issue? What's going on? Light Lelouch. Oof. See, that's tough. I have a special heart. I have a special place in my heart for Lelouch. Not only because he's voiced by Johnny Young Bosch, but because, like, Lelouch's goal, for me at least, because I was younger when I watched it, it was honorable. I think it was an honorable goal. As weird as it sounds, because he tried to take over the world, and he didn't try to take over the world, but, like, you got, if you've seen the story, you get what I'm saying. All right. So first things first, let me address some of the DMs first. All right, my brother Buddha Ignil, where we at? So this was funny. So Ignil asked, he says, my brother in Christ, that's hilarious, by the way. Should we VC this weekend to talk about the collab vid? Then I say, my brother in Christ is hilarious. I got to finish. So yeah, first things first, before I do any collabs with, not with Iggy, but before I do any manga collabs, I have to digest all the material first. That doesn't mean I got to know it perfectly, but I at least have to finish it to get a baseline and know what we're talking about. So first things first, I have to finish reading JJK to get a basis for AAAP scaling, which is something I think Galaxy is actually doing in our Discord now. So shout out to him. I'll probably be helping or putting my 2 cents in along with that also. Right. Also, there is still a One Piece and Bleach video in the making. Now, I will say this. Sadly, because of everything that has been going on, that i.e. the studying, i.e. vacation, and i.e. roaches, I haven't, listen guys, I think I got Scalar's withdrawal. Not gonna lie, the other day, I was like thinking, yo, what's the last thing I scaled? And then I got mad out of nowhere that I ain't scaled shit in about 3 weeks. I was like physically upset. I was like, I need to scale something. I haven't scaled shit in the last. I haven't even like really talked about anime aside from my twin brother in like the last 3 weeks. Do y'all know how annoying that is, bro? I'm like on the edge of my seat, bro. So yes, yeah, the One Piece and Bleach video has to get done first. But the good thing is, in the meantime, with me doing that, I'll also be reading JJK till its completion and getting a sense of the scaling for that. Now, I will say this, and this is kind of why I don't, this is kind of why I didn't want to like type it out. Here's the thing, bro. I'm very meticulous, right? I'm very meticulous. So I say that to say this to get into your next point. You say, yo, my brother Ab-Stract, would this be cool to do a collab for my channel? It's Stern Raiders versus 10 Commandments. Beautiful idea. Love the fucking thumbnail. This is fire. You got Lily in the background, Asnak, Gerard, Yugum, Pernida, Meliodas. Yeah, why am I blanking on their names? Gallon, Melascula, Zeldris. Oh God, thank you, Zeldris and Derriere. Why do I know her name? Anyways, I think that's a dope video. What I would need to do before I did any scaling with that, and see, the cool thing is we can kind of do it both ways. How we plan on doing the other videos, right? But I just want to make sure we're not going too far out of like my comfortability scope or your comfortability scope, right? This is for you, Ig. Yeah, my comfortability scope or your comfortability scope. I don't know where you have the sins. Realistically, I can like get a ballpark of where I have the Ritters, but I don't even have a triple AP basis for where I have the Ritters as a group, or much less the Shoot Stoffel, right? So I want to say this. I like this video idea. Here's the thing. I would not want to hold you back in terms of you doing it because you said, where was it? I think you said, where did I miss it? I think I missed it. Or I either missed it or you might have taken it back. But you say something to the effect of, you're prepared to do the video solo. And here's the thing. If you did it solo, I would watch the shit out the video. That's number one. I never mind watching your content because your content is fun for me, bro. So I wouldn't mind watching the video and just seeing your take on it. But if we did it, me and you together, it would probably have to be in the form and fashion of here is the less conservative scaling. And then we would like need a baseline for some triple AP scaling. The only thing for triple AP scaling is it just takes so much damn work. Mind you, Kakashi versus Toshido took around 5 months. And that was me active, like, doing it. I barely streamed. Well, I didn't barely stream. I streamed a lot, but, like, that was active time, bro. To do a video like this. Hold up. Itchy. To do a video like this, what would I need to do first? Well, the strongest person on its team is Meliodas. I guess we'd have to figure out which form we would use for him. The strongest person on their team, debatable, right? Technically, it gets weird. You could say Gerard. Well, no, it probably would be Gerard as far as most powerful, right? But then Pernida is actually a hard fight too. Maybe it doesn't require that much. Anyways, what I'm saying is, if we were to do it, it would just take some time, and I wouldn't want to halt the progression of what you got going on. The Hunter x Hunter JJK thing, much more closer. I think we can probably get into the meat and potatoes of that really quickly. Sternritter versus Schutzstaffel. I'm sorry. Schutzstaffel versus Commandments. Little harder just for me personally. Just for me personally, because I haven't did both series. But let me see what you got to say. Hey, yo, let me... This man said... So bro has trauma with the roaches, LOL. Hey, yo, I grew up with roaches. I absolutely have trauma. I don't fucking sleep. I don't sleep when roaches are there, bro. Y'all don't understand. Unless you actually went to school and grew up with roaches and had to fight them bitches, yeah, you wouldn't understand it. Just so you know, Karibo not completely convinced yet on you having say Itachi above Light Yagami intelligence. Oh wait, did I already read that stuff? Oh, I did read that stuff. Okay. Shinigami says, I'm back doing my storyboards. Oh, I read that. I gotta stop doing that stuff. All right. I build planes. Oh, hold up. I build planes. We're not happy about low bonuses and benefits. You build planes, Michael, or you build the parts for planes? Are you like a part of the assembly, like you're putting them together, or you're like making the parts for planes? That's an interesting job. Never ever once thought in my life how a plane gets built. Do you have a Discord server? I do not have a server, bro. What was the video again? Be more specific, Roa. I'm not sure what we're talking about. Ab-Stract becoming Ryuk when he has withdrawal symptoms with apples. Asking is outrunning everyone. Asking is outrunning every one of those commandment bums to safety. Like shit. Speaking of Askin, he is underrated in intelligence. I think Askin... See, I was on Twitter and I saw a disparaging, post towards Bleach. They're like, oh, Bleach is universal, but Askin can't survive a fall. Bleach is universal, but Ichigo says we're going to die from here when he's clearly joking with Nell. First off, we do know Askin is the poster boy for a troll, right? He pretends he's weaker than he actually is. He pretends he's slower than he actually is. He pretends he doesn't want smoke when in fact he can handle pretty much the most smoke out of anyone in that group. We do know Askin is a troll, right? We do know trolls are not to be taken seriously, right? So yeah, he's very underrated. I don't know. I don't want to say he's downplayed, but underrated for sure. Outsped Tenjiro. Outsped Oetsu at least one time. He dodged them at the very least. I won't say he outsped Oetsu, fine. But he outsped Tenjiro, outsped Yoruichi. He only gets stronger with his Volshindig. Like, what are we talking about? Speaking of Askin, he is underrated intelligence, but thought of a Bleach scaler doing the Bleach scale would be more accurate. Got you. That's fine. We can do it whenever. I have 37 other thumbnail ideas. Okay, got you. See, if we can do it whenever, bro. See, all right, I don't. Here's the thing, and this is what I don't like, right? This is what I don't like. This is what I don't like about me, mind you. I'm so wired to the AAAP meta that it's literally hard for me to conceptualize jumping around in scaling, if that makes sense, or jumping around in feats. Here's the thing. When I did Toshido versus Ikkaku, and I took Eterard's feat, and then I took Grimmjow's feat, and said, well, Grimmjow at the very bare minimum would be 10 times stronger than Eterard just because the scaling would demand it, number one. And then if you just look at the order of the Espada, 10 times is actually a very, very generous minimum, right? When you take that and then you say, well, Eterard's able to do this, Grimmjow's attack, bare minimum, should carry the AP of Eterard's full attack, right? I'm the type of person to where, like, it's hard for me to jump straight from there to now doing the Sternritter when there's so many things in between. We have Ichigo's vaporization, or if you want to call it pulverization of a hill, which we can do because Zalius made some updates to that feat as far as air pressure. We can look into that. We actually can, because he actually laid down the blueprint for that. So that's something we could do. We have Jackie Tristan's feat. Hold up, man. Hold up, man. Yeah. We have Jackie Tristan's feat of collapsing this huge structure with nothing but air pressure. Casual Sakura level feat, by the way. This is Jackie we're talking about. Actually higher than Sakura feat, because she's never did anything like this with air pressure, right? We have those two things. And mind you, we're not just talking about calcs. We're also talking about the scaling that has to factor in. So what I would need, Ig, and this is where I'm like, I'm sorry, and this is why it's very hard for me to do at least collaboration videos on Bleach right now, because I want to, here's the thing, bro. I want to build something to where the next scaler comes behind me. Pause. The next Bleach scaler comes behind me and says, "Damn, this Ab-Stract guy was fire. Now I have a foundation of feats to build from that have been either checked or cross-referenced in the server he's in with the people he's talked to. Here's the information. He links all his things." You know what I mean? So like, I don't want to say like my life's work or anything, but I want to find how strong these characters are with calcs and scaling factored in. And that's very hard to do if I'm skipping things in between. If I go right to the Stern Ritters without factoring the scaling of Grimmjow's Gata de la Panteras to Ulquiota's Seto, to his Seto Ascuras, to his Lanza, you know what I mean? It can get very hard or nuanced. Oh my God, that shit is good. That is a good drink. But yes, Ig. So all that to say, Ig, is like, I want to do it, but I don't want to hold you back or bring you down, because it's going to take me long, bro. I'm not going to lie. You already see how fucking slow I'm moving with this Bleach versus One Piece video. You probably would have had this shit out in quick, bro. But like, I need to make sure. At least I need to be satisfied with the conclusions I'm coming to and the numbers I'm getting. Not that I'm like can manipulate them. Oh, I'm not happy with this number. Let me try. Not like that. I mean, just as far as like, okay, well, was this the most accurate and consistent way to get this? How does it factor into the scaling versus this person's attack? Yada yada yada. Exo facto. This, that, and the third. But no, this is a fire ass idea. Ah, man. What would be dope though? Here's the thing. We could probably talk about it. We could probably talk about this easier than we could actually scale it. If we were to do like a random number generator and assign names to them and give like matchup names or something like that, or we could do it ourselves. This would be a good talking topic conversation. This would be dope for that. As far as a full on video, it would take too long for me. I think it would. If you were willing to wait, that's something else. We could definitely do that. But it's going to take, I already know me, bro. It's going to take me a while to get through all of Bleach. It took me like 2.5 to 3 months to do Edorad's fucking feat. And that was with help. Shout out this Vector Syntax. OG in our community. I kept coming back to him. I was like, all right, Vector, how's this look? He's like, Ab-Stract, you got to factor in vaporization. I was like, all right, Vector, how's this look? And well, now you got to factor in the size of Edorad's hands. All right, Vector, how's this look? Well, you could probably get more accuracy if you use Edorad's hands on the direct contact point of Ikkaku's back. All right, Vector, how this look? And so, that's kind of how we do it. It's an iterative process, but it works. You know what I mean? If you're looking to be as accurate and consistent as possible, that's what you're going to do to get the right numbers. Until you can come into your own, and I don't want to say necessarily be your own arbiter of accuracy and consistency, but once you start doing it long enough, like here's the thing, I've been doing it long enough now to where I know what to factor in without having to ask, but it's still good to reference the people that, put you on. Oh my gosh, that shit is good. All right, let's see. Currently making lightning speed Naruto verse. LOL. That's crazy. That's not actually crazy. It's funny though. It's funny because you're better than me, Ig. The Bleach versus One Piece, man. What was the specific matchup? Oh, okay, yeah. So for the Bleach versus One Piece, it was going to be early Soul Society Bleach versus pretty much Enies Lobby One Piece to see if the Straw Hats could rescue Nico Robin from being executed from the Soul Society. That's essentially what it would be. And yeah, Askin is the second smartest character in fiction. His troll is so good, everyone falls for it, even IRL. Oh, yeah. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Like, you have actual human beings on Twitter claiming Askin would die from a fall that Ichigo dove headfirst into. Mind you, yes, this is Ichigo and Askin, but it's like, come on, bro, stop it. Second Eisen. I do have a complete script for the Stern Raiders versus the Commandments. Damn. How do you have a complete script? This man work fast. You got a complete script, bro? That's what's up. Asking pole vault go like shit. At first, as Naruto stalking no jutsu, he can make terrorists join his side and kill themselves for his cause. Such genius, Oh shit, he's pulling up the tabs. Hey yo, chill, Kai, chill, man. I'm the tab guy, bro. I got like 500 tabs. How impressive is full-bring Ichigo's feat of parting clouds with Getsuga Tensho? Ah, that's a good one. So, Getsuga Tensho. That's a good question, Michael. And personally, I don't know if as much as I've learned about scaling, I don't know if I'm equipped to do that feat just yet. I don't know if I'm equipped to do it. That would honestly be better for someone like a Zales or like a Vector. I haven't looked into what it takes. Like, would I get the cloud mass? And then it's like, okay, how far because he parted them and they disappeared. So would that mean he evaporated them? Or did the energy just overwhelm the formation of the clouds? There's a lot of things to consider. I think it would be easier to figure out how much energy Ichigo Zanpakuto's took to vaporize the ocean or the body of water that Oetsu makes his swords in, than to split the clouds, honestly. But I don't know if I'd use it as a feat though, because it's not necessarily an AP thing. If it's too much people, then we can do Chaos versus Yua. Who is Chaos? I don't know who Chaos is. Gang, we can live discussion. Oh, definitely. Okay, cool. Yeah. So if we want to live discussion it, did you just make that, bro? Did you just make this? Hey, yo, Ig, I hope you are offering your services on Fiverr for thumbnails. Did you just make this shit? Hey, yo, just type yes if you just made this shit, bro. Because you need to start offering your services on Fiverr. This is cold. I didn't even know bro had a Siamese lion cat thing. That's hard, though. Okay, so Chaos is Arthur. This should be fine to do then. Right, if the standard is because the 10 Commandments will take too long. Chaos versus Yoha remade. I deleted my old one also. We can discuss the standard raiders versus the commandments for live collab for fun and see what happens. Yeah, that'd be cool. We can definitely do that. We can definitely do that. Yeah, that'll be fun because it'll make me rewatch Seven Deadly Sins again to look for some good feats for the commandments. In my opinion, Soul Society Ichigo like mountain to island level, and Enies Lobby Luffy city to mountain level. Soul Society arc Ichigo is like mountain to island level. Mountain to island level? Roa, what feat do you have for? Well, what feats would you say for Bleach in that time that gets them? Well, for Ichigo, mind you, that gets him the mountain to island levels. I wonder how Ab-Stract would scale the currently highest feat in my manga. It all depends, bro. It all depends. It all depends on the scaling thus far and then the actual calcs. Because something Vector told me that is very true. Calcs will only take you so far. Because there's only so much you can vaporize before you start hitting the same numbers. Things are usually going to come from scaling more so. So yeah, it all depends on that kind of. If it's parting the clouds in two halves, you could get the kinetic energy needed to move the mass of the clouds. You would need an estimate for a time frame to get the cloud's velocity. Toshido has a storm calced at mountain level. Right. So I was thinking about that one, Roa G. And let me put more into Michael's too. So yeah, you said you would estimate the time frame to get the cloud's velocity and the kinetic energy needed to move the mass of the clouds. Okay, interesting. That's interesting. Okay. If I'll look, you know what? That's interesting. Get the kinetic energy to see how much energy it would take to move the mass of the clouds, and then the actual time frame it took to do it, which I would probably just lowball anyway. Right. Toshiro has a storm calc at mountain level. Yes, I do remember seeing this calc before. The thing about that is, in our community, number one, we're not ever going to go by the total joules and call that the AP. That's number one. Number two, Toshiro's, that was all potential energy. All the him, changing the weather, the clouds, the storm, that's all potential energy. It wasn't not a direct attack. And even when he threw his Hyorin Maru at Gin, we were judging ice. So it kind of works in scaling, but AP, I wouldn't use it for AP. I was rewatching Sakura vs. Sasori, and his puppet body was vaporizing weapons and popping clouds miles away. Yeah, if I remember correctly, Sasori was like burning the kunai before they got to him and stuff like that. And his water cannon sliced the clouds and it parted the clouds. Yes, I do remember that. Not that I upscale from total joules anymore, but going by traditional scaling, Luffy gets from mountain to island levels from upscaling Enel. His 200 millivolts made a dark cloud layer. He says, by going by traditional scaling, Luffy gets from mountain to island level from upscaling Enel. Right, and I think that was, so one of the questions I was having about Logias was, do we give them the AP of their like maximum attack? Do we give them the AP of their maximum attack? Mind you, they are the element. So like Ace's Grand Emperor Fireball. Let's just say he could condense it. Would we give Ace the AP of that attack, or is he still restricted to throwing a fist as strong as he can when he's throwing a fist or throwing a punch? Because Enel, yeah. Where is he now? Do I have him up here still? Let me get rid of this. We're done with Jackie Tristan. Not that. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, Michael. I went back and I was watching. I went back and I was reading the fight at Galley Law Mansion. You told me something about that. I went back and read it, bro. Yeah. I think you were right in whatever you're saying, but I can't remember what exactly you were saying. But we're going to talk about that too. Eventually. That's One Piece. I'll get to it later. I'm gonna have to almost reopen this, reopen the scaling bag, reopen my bag for scaling, because where I left off at was just still reading and getting information about CP9 and stuff like that. Vaporizing a planet and a city will be a big difference in number. This is true. That's true. The Viva cards say the good fruit gives the ability to destroy the world. Yes, and I can see. Here's the thing with the good no mi. It's an earthquake fruit. Like when people say, "Oh, you have to," he has to scale to his devil fruit. That like, I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, without that fruit, Whitebeard's not doing shit to the world. He's not. It's simply because of the tremors he can cause that he will eventually destabilize the planet or cause enough environmental damage to where society would be wiped out. That's how he's destroying the world. That's how it's happening. Whitebeard is not punching with the power of, he's not like whatever he would do to destroy it, however long it took, he's not punching with that ever. It would take too long. He'd be a sitting duck, and it would probably be too hard for him to control in the first place. The Tsunade scaled to Madara since she blew off half of his body with a punch and also creaked his Susanoo. Wasn't that a Susanoo wood clone though? Oh yeah. So Roa says that was a wood clone. Here's the thing: even if it wasn't a wood clone, I'm already of the belief that the Edo Tensei are already weaker anyway. Mind you, you have Rock Lee kicking through Madara's Edo Tensei body. Now, unless someone can argue that Rock Lee can physically do that to somebody, or the scaling suggests that can physically happen, I don't believe that. I already believe the Edo Tensei are coming in at a deficit when it comes to durability. That's just my belief. And from the showings I've seen, i.e. Madara getting kicked in half by Rock Lee. What was the second part of that question for Egg? Oh yeah, since she blew off half of his body with a punch and also creaked his Susanoo. Does that mean Tsunade scales to him? Like everyone scales to everyone in Naruto, bro. We know this. I'm not saying that everyone can break and creak Madara Susanoo. That's not what I'm saying. Because that's scaling to the technique or the jutsu. But the thing is, Madara doesn't scale to his technique or jutsu. Madara's punches aren't breaking his Susanoo. He can't hit that hard. So when you ask, does she scale to him? Yeah. Yeah. Like, you would have to be an inept amateur to not scale to the ninja you're fighting. An inept amateur to not scale to the ninja you are fighting. In every circumstance, you should be able to hurt them almost as much as they're able to hurt you. And all I'm really saying is there will be no selling of attacks without some type of jutsu being in play. That's all I'm really saying. Tsunade's not going to stand there and just take punches from a fodder ninja just because she has super strength and chakra manipulation. She's not going to do that. Madara is not going to stand there and take attacks from Konohamaru just because he has a Susanoo. It's not going to happen. He'll need to engage his Susanoo to no-sell all his attacks. So yes, she would scale to him, but that wouldn't really be the reason why. On that note, been thinking about WB scaling to his fruit. Oh, Whitebeard scaling to his fruit. His base durability and AP doesn't have to scale to his quakes, but when he is using it, it does give him protection to some degree. Does it give him? Where does it give him protection? Just on his hands, or do you mean in general? And then on that note too, Michael, it's always funny about the durability in One Piece too, because mind you, I think One Piece has great durability, but it's so funny that like, and I think I talked about this on the stream before too. Bullets are a consistent threat in the series. It's I don't know why bullets are a consistent threat in the series. Now, my twin brother likes to argue, well, these are One Piece bullets. They're not regular bullets. I'm like, they're shot from a flintlock. Don't know how much more regular you can get. But fine, regular bullets. I don't know. So that's always funny too. Oh, hell no, it's in only one LOL. It takes me 30 minutes to make something like this with my shitty SIM card. By the way, it's 70 cents chaos. Got you. Yeah, no, this is fire, bro. This is fire. I'll fuck with it. Tsunade had help against that Susanoo, and she at least cracked it, though. We'll give her cracking it. Edo Rinnegan Madara is stronger than EMS Madara. Edo Rinnegan Madara is stronger than EMS Madara. Edo Rinnegan Madara. Let me think about that. Edo Rinnegan Madara. I don't know about that one. Let me think. See, here's the thing. Didn't Edo Rinnegan Madara lose to Edo Hashirama? Didn't he lose to him? And then when Edo Tensei when Rinne Rebirth got enacted, a live Madara with no eyes, pretty much bodies. No, was it one eye or no eye? All I know is that a live Madara with either one eye or no eye beats the dog shit out of Hashirama. And Naruto and Sai. So do all Edos have the same durability? No. The third Raikage has shown to be extremely durable. Pretty much just like his alive statements have proven to be. Yeah. And then I would also say it kind of depends on I don't want to say it depends on if they're like blocking, but we have seen blocking make somewhat of a difference. Like when Lee and Guy do their double leaf hurricane and Haku of all people blocks it with his arms and his arms don't fucking break. I can only attribute that to Haku blocking. But it's weird because this is just Lee and Guy, the two strongest taijutsu users ever, and no one's arm. It is what it is, man. Did they put any bubbles in this? All right. Michael says, i.e., Akainu's magma can harm Whitebeard's skin, but Whitebeard can clash with magma with a Quake Fist. So I always thought that's because like the Quake Fist was pushing things back that it hit. I never looked at it as like armor though. I always looked at it as like, so like if Whitebeard were to punch the ocean with a Quake Fist, everything would almost be like punching with infinity, where everything's moving out of the way because the quakes are sending reverberations throughout whatever it's hitting. Isn't that why? I mean, I always thought that's why Akainu's face kind of like implodes or like, you know, goes in on himself when he gets punched by Whitebeard. I never really looked at it as like armor or protection, but it could be a protection by that standard. Yeah. Teach could get hurt by Law's Room unprotected, but could clash with it using a Quake Fist without taking damage. Okay. I meant crack, not creak. My bad. All good. Tsunade was also had Susanoo blades in her body before she cracked his Susanoo. Yeah. Hey, how you doing? Playing the birthday? What's up, bro? Willingly lost to Edo Hashirama. You think he willingly lost to Edo Hashirama? I don't know if it was. Why would he willingly lose to him? I remember him saying, "I'm not going to fight you unless it's the real Hashirama." Hashirama shows up and bodies Madara. Remember Edo Madara had Hashirama cells. That's fine. He could have his cells. That's fine. I don't know if that puts him stronger than a live EMS Madara. I don't know if it puts him stronger than that just because he had his cells. Blocking makes a big difference. Yeah. They got countered by Madara's fraud status. Look at themes. Oh, hold up. Naruto fans realizing scaling requires reading comprehension and critical thinking. Facts. Facts. Not so much a direct armor, but yeah, it seems to be some sort of generated force repelling stuff. Okay, we're agreement in that. Anyway, stay healthy, fools. Good night, folks. Hey, take it easy, Michael. Always good having you pull up, bro. I wish I had more people to talk about New Age Exorcist scaling with. I think he won due to chakra suppression. Yes, but that means he either outmaneuvered him, outsped him, overpowered him, etc. Yes, don't worry, Karibo. I'm going to start reading New Age Exorcist again. We're going to get past chapter 40 and see what we got coming. Talk to me about Boruto. How is Boruto going? EMS is stronger physically and Edo has more hacks. That's a great take. One that I agree with. Edo would have more hacks due to it being, the Rinnegan. And then EMS has, he should be physically stronger with stronger techniques, in my opinion. It was clear, at least to me, that Madara was waiting for something to happen, which is why he was under those gates. Hashirama tried putting the 10 tails under. Sorry to glaze. That's it. I don't know, Kai. Madara looked like he was itching for a good fight. And it just so happily, conveniently appeared that when he was getting, trapped and sealed, that Obito was now ready to perform Rinne Rebirth. Boruto is going great. Noise Exorcist turned out to be a harm. Do you mean harem? Manga LOL? I was flabbergasted after chapter 20. Daemon is about to fight. Ooh, really? Where do you scale Boruto era Naruto? Oh my gosh. Where do I scale Boruto era Naruto? Let's see. If I'm going off of the complete AAAP scaling of the series, he should be somewhere around like country. It's either continental or country AP. But I don't know if that's for all his attacks or just his strongest attacks. For AP, that is. But then I have to divide that into striking power, because I know he comes nowhere near close to that. Well, none of them. Nowhere close to that during striking power. So I have to make that distinction very clear. Probably around multi-city block level for striking power. For Naruto, like adult Naruto, probably like multi-city block level for striking power. I think that's fair, given that his punch on Toneri heavily fragmented the ground and moved him a great distance and did the impact it did on Toneri. I think that's pretty fair. Durability, not much different. Durability is just not much different at all. That would still be within the ranges of building the small building levels of durability. And That's pretty much it. Yeah. So, pretty like a glass cannon is kind of still where I have him. He probably has like not probably he would have around country to continental levels of AP depending on what technique we're talking about, and yeah. Yeah, because as much as I don't like seeing his Rasengas not do anything to the environment or people for the most part, they would upscale from things we've seen in regular Naruto, like Naruto and Sasuke's final clash, which would have a AP stronger than the total energy of the best attack there, which I think around that time was Night Guy. Which, see, but I don't know, bro. Now that you're asking me, there were some things when I was watching, there were some things I disagreed with Zalius's conclusions. But, yeah, no. For the sake of it, I'll just say country to continental levels of AP and everything else I said before. It's weird because that gif is me when you said that. It's weird because Edos are said to be near full power. Yes. Well, it depends. So, like, it depends, bro. It depends when you say that. Because we have to understand, number one, two different people use the technique, and they're both not the same. When Orochimaru used it the second time at the Hokages, Tobirama says, we've been brought back at nearly full power. We've been brought back at nearly full power. We have no idea at which Kabuto's army is at full power. We don't know. And then, what is full power for a ninja? Is that all of the chakra they can access? Is that all of their physical attributes that they can access? Is it like what are we exactly talking about when we're talking about full power for them? Is it a chakra thing? Is it a physical thing? Is it both? Is it durability? What's full power? But yeah. Before or after Baryon mode, just 6 paths. So it's not a black hole then. So it's just another version of Kawaki. Oh, did someone talk about Sada? Let me see. Seriously, we got confirmation of Sada's ability not being a black hole. Yet we got people trying to manipulate the scans to say it is. That's crazy. Ig says, not gonna lie, Boruto manga is ass. I don't think it's ass. Like, I liked part 1. I thought it was cool. My favorite people were Momoshiki. I liked Amado. And Jigen. A.K.A. Ishiki. Those are my favorite people. Yeah, I wouldn't say the Boruto manga is ass. The fan base can be annoying. In fact, the fan base is probably the worst thing about Naruto / Boruto community. But that's the same thing they say for Bleach. But I will also say the difference is, though, people hate on Bleach without the fan base. I don't think people hate on Boruto or Naruto because of Boruto or Naruto. I think the fan bases are the driving force for the hate of Boruto or Naruto. But hey, I've been at peace ever since I've been off of Twitter and not debating with these clowns. Aside from Kuribo. Kuribo is not a clown. I'll talk with Kuribo about anime on Twitter any day. It's those other guys. Yeah, they're crazy. All right. Now, there was another conversation. Let's see if I can find it. That we'll get into another day. But I'll bring it up here now. We'll get into it another day, but I'll bring it up here now. Oh, I have to watch this too. Danny Phantom versus Ichigo. That's funny. So yeah, another conversation I was tagged in was the Phantom Troop and the Shadow Beast versus the Konoha 12, including Heavy Sasuke. So this comes from Uriel. I thought this was an interesting question. One that we can go in fully or more fully in a different stream. But I thought this was an interesting question. We can talk about some of it now. Actually, no, we can see. We can see. Because I might get into it. Borutoverse turned to Momo victims. Yeah. That's why I was asking. I've been hearing it's a black hole in the Relax Kamui, but no one has been consistent on what it is. Naruto and tuning exams is town level. Him stopping the giant snake calc. I forgot that feat even exists, bro. Yeah, him dropping this giant snake. But you also have to remember, actual strength isn't striking strength. Striking strength isn't, the strength of your ninjutsu. All these things are different things. Like Jesus Burgess has the strong fruit or whatever. But this doesn't mean he's automatically going to hit harder than Shanks. Shanks will still one-tap that boy. Got a question in Naruto. Not something I've put much thought into till now, but human bodies in Naruto have limiters, right? Because the 8 gates bodies have ceilings when compared to humans in the other verses. That is correct. The human bodies in Naruto do have limiters, i.e. the 8 gates, which place restrictions on how much chakra can flow out throughout their body at a given time. Yes, that's true. Yes, human bodies have Naruto have limiters, right? That explosion was from amped version of Naruto and Sasuke, and they don't scale to it. Yeah. I agree with that. That is definitely an amped version of Sasuke, because Injita Zero is something he'll never be able to do. Naruto's is more organic, because all he really did was taking off the sage energy and just make a couple Rasen Shuriken, I think around his Cruising Gorb, so maybe even for Naruto too. But the thing is, for me, that's just me being, I'm just being charitable. Let's just be charitable, let's be generous, let's give it to him. Why not? Sarada has complete control over the gravity of the spears. They only affect what she targets. Do you think Kurama got more Dora than Naruto? Absolutely. Is that a question, Ryoji? Yeah. What? Kurama has way more durability than Naruto. That can't be a question, bro. We've seen even partial versions of Kurama not get stabbed by her sword, i.e. Naruto in his Four Tails mode not being able to get stabbed by Orochimaru's Kusanagi blade. I was watching you live on Boro versus New Gen Team 7. Hey, yo. Boro set the Naruto verse back 10 years, bro. He set them back 10 years. Disgusting work. And Jigen thought he was strong. Disgusting work. Boro being supposedly strong enough to kill Naruto, yet we have kids mid-diff him. They didn't even need Shikamaru, Ig. They didn't even need Shikamaru, bro. Can you imagine that? Every member of that team tagged him. Every member of that team blitzed him. Mind you, if you're reading the Boruto manga from start to finish, when you get to Boro, they have no feats suggesting any of this is possible. Hence why the Boruto fucking scaling is broken. It's the scaling is trash. It really is trash. Everything within the Boruto manga is statement scaling. That's the only thing it is. It's all statement scaling and suggestive scaling. There's actually no scaling to link these characters as being actually stronger than, we need them to be. I can't work with that. I can't. And we can talk about any aspect of that we need to talk about. We can talk about how Code with his limiters on should be as strong, or no, a little bit weaker than Jigen with his limiters on, I think. I don't remember now. It's been so long since I read it. But yeah. And then Delta fighting Naruto. Delta losing to Naruto. Code saying, either me or Boro are going to have to take care of the Hokage. And then No one ever really fighting Code except for Daemon. That does nothing for the scaling. Because now all Code has are statements. And if it's just about being quote unquote physically cyborg, and he's a fucking cyborg. So if it's just about being physically stronger, I'm not really surprised because he is a cyborg. But like, what's Code's AP? Is it higher than a lava Rasen Shuriken? Probably not. Could he survive that? Debatable. Maybe. Because I remember writing down that the cyborgs do have higher durability. So, maybe, right? But probably not, given that Delta was getting, like, chopped to pieces whenever that thing made contact with her. Karibo says Boro's main weapon is his virus. Yeah, that's the sad part. So he ain't Naruto level. He's definitely not Naruto level. But yeah, that's the sad part. Because, mind you, Kashin Kojin thought he was strong enough to be an inner of Kara. Boruto also beats the kids and Momoshiki had to take him out. Oh. So you're talking about Boro when the kids are like exhausted. They've already used jutsu and they've already been poisoned and they destroyed his core, but he's now just flailing, going wild. No, let's stop, Karibo. He lost to those kids. Hey, Sabbath. What's good, bro? Been a long time. Yeah, man. Yeah. I was first I was about to say Costa Rica. I was in Puerto Rico for a vacation. I was studying for my security plus the week before that. And last week, my hotel had actual roaches. So I definitely was not screaming under those conditions. But yeah, it's been a long time. We back. Excuse me. Why are we rage baiting? They don't got building level durability. Oh, I'm not rage baiting, bro. I'm being dead ass. I'm being so dead ass. Like, do I need to pull up some panels? Do I need to pull up some panels? All right, no, I'm not going to find panels here. Let me see. Do I have anything on hand for Boruto? Oh, Naruto. Naruto. Where is... Oh, that's right. My Naruto one got, it's in a different one, I think. Or is it in this one? Yeah. Naruto, New Year's Exorcist, and Naruto. Okay. Let's see. What can I think of right now that can demonstrate the durability of the Naruto verse? Let me think. Bum, bida, bum, bida, bum, bum, bum. Let's see. Oh, let me get away from these ads before you guys get any bad ideas and thoughts and stuff, because you're nasty. Oh yeah, that's right. My colored version of Naruto got fucked up. Google. Paste. Okay, not sure why. What is this? Manga Gato. So I need manga pill. Excuse me. Okay, where do we start? Where should we start for Naruto? Hey, you sleep. Not yet. Do we start with? Do we start with? Do we start with Kakashi needing to dodge a nail or die? Do we start with Kisame being pierced by a basic sword throw? Do we start with Naruto falling from roughly 30 feet and thinking he would have been incapacitated by rocks? Do we start with Shirato's missiles that are less than building level explosives and him being able to blow off Jiraiya's arm in Sage mode? What do we want to start with, Roa G? Do we start with Mike? Nah, we're not going to do that, actually. We're not going to do that one. Oh, hold up. Shinigami asked me to check Discord real quick. He's gotten more defined. He's gotten bigger. He's gotten way bigger. He still reminds me of Pepe, though. Still reminds me of Pepe. But no, yeah, Rory G, we are not rage baiting, bro. If you can find me, some good durability feats without them using, like chakra defense cloaks and sage modes and ninjutsu, find me some good durability feats. We can have that conversation of getting them higher. Yes, he looks like Pesce. Boro blitzed them all before Momoshiki came out. Yes, he blitzed them all when they were tired and out of chakra and poisoned. Left my also fused Momoshiki being dogged walk portions of Kaguya's chakra in Naruto and Sasuke. Yeah, that's kind of crazy too when you think about it. That's kind of crazy. And see, that's when people say, when people say Kaguya was weak, Kaguya is weaker than Momo. It's like, ugh, no. Maybe fused Momo, yeah, but Momo, no. Xylopodo victim Boro is, and he's supposed to be stronger than Kaguya. Exactly. Kawaki and Boruto fought Code before his limiters got removed. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, so yeah, the issue is the kids fought him, not the adults. That's the issue, actually, that the kids fought him, and that when Kawaki's limiters got removed, that he was actually pressing him. That's the problem too. Want a new link, Ab-Stract? A new link to what? Good question. Boro blitzed him on purpose. They walked away when he was flailing, but when he regained his senses, they couldn't stop him. Yeah, so what I'm hearing is they thought the fight was over because the bum was flailing, then he catches them off guard while they're recovering, and then he blitzes them. Come on, bro. Pesce, chat, tell me, does he look like Pesce with steroids? He does, bro. Look at him. Come on, man. That's Pesce. But you said Naruto with 6 pass has building level Dora. With the Kyuubi cloak. Did I say that this stream? When are you talking about, Roa? I said Naruto has building level durability with the Kyuubi cloak. I don't know if I said that. It should be higher with the Kyuubi cloak. Mind you, I have them at like wall level to small building levels of durability. Just their base bodies. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say it's fine. Yeah, wall level to small building levels of durability with their base bodies. And then there's even a conversation of them being more resilient to chakra based attacks too. There's an argument for that, but we don't gotta get on that. We don't have to go there. I'll just say wall levels to small building levels. And then with chakra, defense, cloaks, and sage modes, and Ninjutsu, it can get exponentially higher. It can. Gar's Sand has always been pretty much shown to be a solid defense, scaling way, way above what he can tank physically. I'm not saying he can take Onuki's particle style or anything, but like any fireball jutsu, it should do pretty fine against Naruto's Rasen Shuriken. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me go over. We'll do Jason's thing Wednesday. It's almost 9:00. Yeah, we'll do Jason's thing Wednesday. That's what we'll do. Let me see if there's any wild things I can find on Twitter. Real quickly. Karibo says, Sage Mode shows decent speed at the time of the code fight, but he doesn't get a chance to really show it off. Show if he still got it. I don't remember decent speed being shown. What I remember is Naruto getting bullied by Fused Momo by Boroshiki. He gets bullied. Literally gets Gale Wind Palm thrusted away. Can't do anything. That whole part actually kind of pisses me off, not gonna lie. 2 blue vortexes. How many chapters are we at? 26? Okay, that's pretty good. Where's regular Boruto? Jutsu Kaisen. Yeah, let's just go to Boruto. Let me see. That's going to be the last couple of chapters. I think 69 is when it starts. No. Let's go to Code versus Boruto and Kawaki. Not 69. When Delta gets out of there, that's happening there. Oh, wait, no, it should be around here, actually. Yeah, it should be around here, actually. Let me see. Good, she joins. All right. Oh no. Okay, I'm way far back. Yeah, he already got his ass kicked by Daemon if he's doing this. All right. Cool. Good. Been a while since we picked up Boruto, hasn't it? You're right. He's going. Okay, cool. Perfect. Let's go back here. Let's review this fight again. Okay, cool. I'm gonna catch up, then I'm gonna start reading again. Nice. Rose says, in the list of few are Obito taking a swing from Suigetsu, Kisame surviving Hirodora, which dwarfs an island, Naruto tanking the Cataclysm, I think, in base, and Madara tanking a massive Rasen Shuriken. The Suigetsu one is always funny. The Suigetsu one is always funny, number one. Because like you never see anything like that again, number one. So let's say I give it, but even then, let's say I give it to you. Who in the fuck is Surigetsu? And why should we care and be impressed? Number one. That's number one. Number two, let's be charitable, Surigetsu. He's strong enough to join Sasuke after all. He wasn't even in his big muscle form when he swung the sword. That's number one. Oh, that's number two. Then number three, he intercepted the sword before it even had a full swing. Mind you, he was going for Kisame, and he intercepts it with his own force and blocks it. That's number three. But number four is, let's give it to you. Okay, cool. What is the AP of his sword swing exactly? What's the AP of his sword swing? And is it a contradiction? Is it an outlier? Does it go against previously established things? Is it in conformity of what happens in the series? Which one is it? Which one is it? Because Zabuza nearly cuts Kakashi in half, but then Kakashi can pierce through Obito with a kunai. Oh, Obito planned for it to happen. Obito also got his face blown off by a paper bomb. Oh, I'm sorry, his arm blown off by a paper bomb. What's the other one? Kisame surviving Hirodora, which dwarfs an island. Yeah, Hirodora is trash. Hirodora is trash, and I can't even say what it scales above because it didn't cause any damage. Hirodora had the effect of a hurricane. A hurricane is ambient energy going every in which way direction. It's not condensed or precise energy. It is ambient energy going any way, any which direction, in any form. Yeah, that's what Hirodora is. Now, I'll say this. Well, no, I'll even say this. The fact that it beat Kasame also doesn't really tell us much. Like, here's the thing. We know it's at least as strong as Killer Bee's lariat. We can give it that. But it didn't like knock Kisame out. It didn't critically injure him. Not critically. He was still conscious. He could have moved. Guy was just in 7th gate. He did try and move. Guy was just in 7th gate. So like, Hirodora dwarfing Turtle Island. Oh, what did it vaporize anything? Did it pulverize anything? Did the ambient air pressure pulverize any trees, any rocks? Or did it just move dust and debris around? Did it sound good? Did it look good? Like, what really happened with Hirodora? It wasn't that crazy, is what I'm getting at. Hirodora is not that crazy. It's not that. I'm like, Roa G. Even if you wanted to scale it, the best thing you could scale it to is B's lariat. That's the best thing I can think of to scale it to. And I don't even like doing things like that because Hirodora it's a fucking air pressure punch that takes the form of a tiger, which is also weird. Also, damn, got aired by the chat. Not even Kariwa wanted to reply. That's hilarious, Shinigami. We'll figure it out. Well, I mean, I think he looks like Pesce. We'll have a whole live asking. We'll see. So we get to blocked an attack from the Raikage. Yes, and he also broke his sword. Okay, I'm sorry. Is blocking an attack from the Raikage also supposed to impress me? What is the Raikage's striking AP? He's not hitting as hard as Tsunade. Now, if any one of them blocked a strike from Tsunade, then we got something to talk about. If a Naruto character stood out with their hand and blocked a punch from Tsunade without breaking their fucking fingers, then we have something to talk about. Then we could get into some durability, probably. Or at least force on force, at the very least. But no, blocking the Raikage doesn't mean anything to me. He Liger bombed Sasuke, and that didn't even come higher than city block level. The attack. Like, that didn't impress me. My demon nephew looks like Pesce. Me and Ab-Stract have been going back and forth. Can I take a nice punch from Tsunade then as we arm wrestle? You're a dirty man, Shinigami, a dirty man. You hear me? But let me get into this real quick. So Boruto saves Kawaki. As you can see, it's Boruto. Sigh. He tracked Kawaki here. Since he went wild and didn't listen to me, I wasn't able to give you an early warning. But Kawaki erased his own chakra, right? So how? Who knows? Could be because he's an Otsutsuki or due to karma. Either way, it seems they have a special bond. I'm jealous. Kawaki, don't tell me. You were using yourself as bait to draw out code. I told you to stay out of it, Boruto. You're gonna get killed. That's my line, idiot. Cool. Quit interfering, yada yada yada. Yada yada yada. It cost me my own life, Kawaki. The others are still mainly searching inside Konoha, but now that Boruto's here, it's only a matter of time before they show up too. You got spunk, I'll give you that. And what do you think you can do to protect the Hokage, Kawaki? Yada yada yada. When's the fight start? Boruto punches him. Cool. I don't generally like making assumptions about someone at first, meeting them, but I think it's safe to say that he's a psycho who won't listen to anything I tell him. So my only choice is to kick his butt, isn't it, Boruto? Alright. Boruto comes at Kawaki. Code blocks it. Boruto makes a Rasengan as he's being blocked. Goes for a Rasengan on Code. Code goes into his claw mark. It's that ability of his to travel between claw marks. Boruto behind you. So Boruto reacts to Code even before Kawaki says anything. Does a scratch. He either dodges at the last second or he gets hit back. But I'm pretty sure he dodges. It looks like a dodge, at least. So this is our, like, here's the thing. How strong is Code right now? And Boruto using his karma is reacting to him. I don't like this, bro. I do not like this stuff. Throw shuriken at him. Code blocks the shuriken. One of the shuriken are clones, of course. Right on lightning style. Thunderbolt. And then, okay, Code goes into his claw marks again. I see. You prepared a shuriken transformed shadow doppelganger ahead of time. Not bad. This is fun, fighting a ninja. However, you're an amateur when it comes to karma. A white karma. He runs over at Boruto. Boruto goes for a punch. Code goes for an elbow. Knocks him down. Fast and strong. Cool. So Code is now overwhelming this Boruto, at least it looks like. Boruto goes for more weapon shuriken throw while in Code's face, basically. Code dodges and kicks him. Nice. Do you know why you get drastically stronger when you activate karma? Increased power and speed from improved physical ability is certainly a major factor, but that alone wouldn't result in such an exponential jump in battle strength. The real reason lies elsewhere, with Karma's true essence. Which is that the Otsutsuki's combat experience, accumulated over millennia, gets overhauled upon your own mind and body. That's why you get stronger. In short, you instantly become a seasoned warrior if you're able to draw on karma properly, that is. Interestingly enough, we don't know if this works for a white karma user. Kicks him again. Show me the Otsutsuki Momoshiki's power. There we go. Now we're talking. Yeah, so the fact that Boro Shiki is able to beat this Code's ass, and then Awakened Code is also able to beat his ass, I don't like. I don't like that. Why am I being human verified? What's going on here? Yeah. I don't like that. Oh shit, we got Mugetsu in the chat. Didn't Kakashi barely get cut? Why do people say he nearly got cut in half? Did I miss something? No, he didn't barely get cut. He dodged. Zabuza cut through Haku, which also slowed down the force of the blade, and Kakashi dodged. But still got cut while he was dodging. He nearly got cut in half, bro. I was in the middle of oh, I'm late. It's Code, the fraudulent one. Who is a bigger fraud, Kashimo or Code? Code, definitely. Kashimo. See, Kashimo isn't actually a fraud. Kashimo's not a fraud because he actually made Suguna go up at least a level. He's also not a fraud because he wanted smoke with the strongest person, got that smoke, and died happily. He's not a fraud for that. Code easily. Yeah, Code easily. Kashimo not a fraud. He fought the strongest version, the strongest. Thank you. Me and Mu get to be right here. Did I miss the JJK? No, we actually did not. We're going to talk about JJK probably tomorrow. This was more of a welcome back stream, getting into the groove of things here and there and all that other stuff. We'll do JJK hopefully Thursday. Ab-Stract has not done JJK yet. Correct. Okay, I'm good. Not as late as I thought. Yes. Ab-Stract, when we finish JJK and catch up to Two Blue Vortex, we got to start a similar scaling focused reread of Bleach. Yes, we do, Mugetsu. Yes, we do. And what's helping with what's going to help with that is the fact that I've already scaled some important things in Bleach, and I think what I might do for you guys, for Bleach at least, what I might do for you guys is when there's a chapter coming up where a feat happens, I think I'll go over the scaling of the feat. I think I'm going to try and do that. It's going to be really hard, and I actually might have to do some of these things live, which actually could be fun. But yeah, we'll see. There are some early feats that put Ichigo insanely higher than initially thought. He breaks out of Bakudo 99 from Tensei, one of the goats of Kido in the verse. Is Kuribo here? Because if he is, let's see if my demon looks like Pesce with steroids. Can we change the screen? Yes, my fault, Roa. My fault, bro. My fault. Yeah, we can change the screen. Don't need any gooners in the chat. But okay, cool. So Boro Shiki awakens. Nice, there we are. You've been freed too, Kawaki. Where's your smile? I'll find the 10 tails that Ishiki hid somewhere, and then feed you to it and claim its fruit. You bastard. How dare you come out again? Yeah. Uzumaki Boruto, you're quite the puzzle. Momoshiki's consciousness. Why does it emerge to this degree when you're still only a vessel? Move back more, Kawaki. It ain't safe. Oh, that's Boruto. So Boruto dashes. Could it be Shadow Doppelganger? Code blocks. I see. He's stronger. So, hey, Karibo, remind me. How strong is this code again? This code should be about as strong as Jigen or a little weaker. Is this code about as strong as Jigen or a little weaker? I don't remember. I'm going to have to go back and watch my old live streams about this, actually. Yeah, I got to make some clips out of that stuff. I see. He's stronger. Cool. Hits, block, slash, dodge, react. Code goes in his chest on the claw mark. Comes out of the tree that he already knew was there. Code brings his arm through a Boruto and goes through another Boruto. Damn it. They grab the code, pull him out. There's more claw marks, teleports in those claw marks. Yeesh. What power? Much more than usual. Such an annoying ability. I don't get it though. It's still Boruto who's in control. When he managed to... Talk to me, Ada. I wonder if it's an effect of Amado's meds. I can't tell exactly what's going on inside Boruto's body, but at the very least, it seems he's now able to channel Momoshiki's power without his mind getting taken over. And then, like, the more weird thing... Here's the thing. The more weird thing about this is that the Momoshiki that is present in Boruto's consciousness is not fused to Momoshiki. Now, unless Momoshiki can keep the genetic data of him and Kinshiki and, like, you know, revert back to his regular form, why is Boruto this powerful? Why is Boruto this strong from using Momo's power when Momo was running from fucking Darui? Doesn't make sense to me. Oh no. You stupid thing. Come on, man. What was just closed, bro? This is blowing me. I'm pretty sure there's another thing I'm missing. Boruto, JJK. New Age Exorcist. Where'd New Age Exorcist go? Oh, it's on this side. All right, well, we're going to forget about it until I can remember. All right. Karibo says... wait, what? Hold up. Yeah. Ultra Instinct Pesce versus Ultra Ego Dundachaku. Who wins? Oh. I got Pesce, man. I got Pesce because Pesce is funnier. Pesce is probably the funniest character in Bleach. Everything is asking if you are a robot now. Yeah, bro. You saw that, Kribo? Crazy. I'll rewatch the VOD. Limited code is weaker than Jigen. Right. Good. That's what I was thinking. Limited code should be a little bit weaker than Jigen, but strong enough to where he thinks he can take Naruto and Sasuke. So actually, around the same strength as Jigen, actually. In like hindsight. At this point, just get ad block on. It'll make your manga reading way less painful. Darui is just that strong. Darui is just that strong with no feats or scaling to actually back it up. Don't like that. Don't use it. Can't use it. And Pesha has Dio's VA, so you could probably use gag manga logic to gain access to the Welt Warudo. That sounds hard. Ab-Stract, you think Pesha is infinite slick, tripping a perfect Susanoo? Oh yeah, absolutely. If Infinite Slick hit Madara's perfect Susanoo sword, it would bounce right off of Pesha, and he'd take 0 damage. That's literally, how it would work. Oh, she said goodnight. Alright. Yeah, we're reading this for Naruto, so let me hurry up and get to him. Yeah, I'll come back and read this later. Oh. What's the title card for this? Karma Power. Even if you halt karmic extraction with some trifling drug, it's no more than a stopgap measure. He gonna say trifling drug like he wasn't a doper. Momoshiki. Rasengan. What in the fuck are these? Ridiculous destructive power. So totally different from Boruto's karma strength. So this is true Otsutsuki power. No wonder Boro had no chance. No. Don't even give him that much credit. Boro didn't have a chance from the minute Mitsuki, Sarada, Kawaki, and Boruto regular were there. Wasn't Momoshiki. Mind you, he finished him off, sure, but Boro didn't have a chance since before this. It'll be the same for you. You'll learn soon enough. Kawaki's already encountered code. How do you know? They've confirmed an unknown chakra of Boruto. Signs indicate that they're fighting. Who else could it be? He shouldn't have any sensing abilities. That was way too fast. How the heck did he find Kawaki? Oh my god, these things, man. So yeah, he's able to fire off these huge Rasengan. Very cool. This is the coolest we've ever seen Rasengan be used. I'm not even going to lie. Him just shooting these like some big ass key blast is the coolest we've seen Rasengan being used. So yeah, code, you might want to retreat. There's no way you'll hold up against an opponent that powerful. The thing is, Code should roughly be as strong as Delta. Delta was fighting hand-to-hand with Naruto without going all out. Which means Boroshiki should be stronger than that because he's making Code retreat, basically. Kawaki gets caught. Boruto's about to blast his ass. Oh, that's right. He does mini Rasengan. Like bullet Rasengan. Rasengan. Yeah. See, this is why I like Momoshiki, though, too. Fused Momo... Oh, no, yeah. Momoshiki, probably my favorite Otsutsuki. I don't like him for running away from Dorui, but still. Probably my favorite Otsutsuki so far. What a dud karma. You can't even absorb jutsu with it, can you? Kicks the shit out of Kawaki. And the shadow possession jutsu hits him. Yeah, see, like, the fact that the shadow possession jutsu can be absorbed, but I still have yet to see any type of genjutsu be absorbed ever. This be the shit I'm talking about. Alright. Bum-ass Code takes bum-ass Shikamaru hostage. Kawaki runs at Boruto. Boruto kicks the shit out of Kawaki. Checkmate, Hokage. Resign yourself no matter how strong one is. The end is often pitifully abrupt. Massive. Rasengan. I'll give Boroshiki this. He has chakra reserves out the ass. To continuously make Rasengan this fucking big is impressive. I'll give him that. Because Naruto usually needs to be in fucking, or at least older Naruto needed to be like in Sage mode and other things to do this, so. Oh, hold up. Is it powerlessness that's irritating you? Grief over losing the karma? Oh, that's right. Kawaki gets his karma back at this moment. Right. Now Kawaki and Boroshiki are pretty much the same strength, but more importantly, more powerful than Code. And this is Ikimoto's way of the next generation taking over. Slowly taking... I think I'm ready to read some Boruto. We're going to get to that. I think I'm ready to read some Boruto. Alright, where are we at? DM it to me on Discord, Shinigami. My tag is Zach Lives Matter 1999. I think we friends on DC. Sent ya. Ab-Stract, Fuse Momoshiki versus Boros from One Punch Man. Who you got winning? I got Boros from One Punch Man. He's whooping Fuse Momoshiki's ass, and it's not even close. The inferior spirit gun for real. Damn, Ab-Stract, Mugetsu just said he looks like Pesce fused with alien. Come on, Shinigami. I'm trying to tell you, bro. He looks like Pesce. Ab-Stract, check your DMs real quick. Gotcha. This was Blade's design prior to the Wesley Snipes films. Thank God Wesley Snipes went with the outfit he did. The OG Blade fit was ass. So here's the thing. Get rid of the goggles. Yeah, get rid of the goggles, definitely. Change the pants from green to fucking black. And maybe the trench coat from black to black with gold streaks or black with purple streaks. The boots to match. And I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at it. It's definitely not Wesley Snipes' blade, but, you know. Yeah, it needs some work. But yeah. That's funny, though. I've never seen that before. That's funny. He said, know what? Going to own to it. Yeah, I mean, you should, bro. You should. He look like Pesce. You do. Is it cool? He looks like Pesce. I don't know Pesce's last name. I know, no, wait. Nelly L2 Oldish Funk. I know Pesce has a last name. I just don't know it. Where is... I thought I had Twitter up here. Do I not have Twitter up here? Oh. Oh yeah, do y'all remember y'all remember when this was going down? I forgot about this shit. We're the only community to get a ratio on the beast. Yeah, let's like and repost that again. We are the only community to get to get a ratio on the beast. Maybe another anime community that's did that. I just got a call. Let me ask y'all this. What new guy staying out so tough that y'all think he will give me any type of trouble? Bleach power creep is way worse. Literally anyone that can sense Ichigo's power has an argument for being stronger than Transcendent Aizen. You can at least cope with Sarada and say it's because of genes. That's craziness. Boruto doesn't have illogical power creep or unjustified linear scaling. It is brain dead fan base trying to convince you it does for whatever reason. No, it does. You heard it here first. Even if the author shows statements and feats that not enough to justify a character being stronger because they don't think so and don't believe it, the stuck and Shippuden fans are cluelessly hilarious. Apparently they know more than the authors. Let me see some of this stuff. Oh yeah, this is all Boruto stuff. I can't look at this stuff now. Ichigo's nerfing himself. Not the same at all. The thing is, Ichigo's nerfing himself so bad that it'll look like he's having competition with the Bambis. Then he'll go to fighting Yuha and pressing him. Is that not crazy, Al? Alright, not seeing anything too crazy on the Twitter streets tonight. So doesn't look like there's anything to address. Which is good because I have to shower anyway. So since I started at like 7:40ish, we can probably end here for tonight. Alright, I'll address some more comments. Then we'll get out of here. know what? Gonna own up to it. Right. Have you seen the new death battle with Blade and Buffy? It's live action for some reason. I have not seen that. I'll go look at that. They ignore a lot of Blade scaling. They ignored a lot of Buffy scaling too. I mean, Mr. Beast has fallen off. I don't ever think. See, yeah, I'm not gonna say anything disparaging. It's fine. It's annoying when they do it in such an obvious way. They did the same with Buffy. They completely leave out the fact she cannot use the Slayer scythe while bleeding. That is serious oversight. Ab-Stract, when did it become popular for people to be soy fun fans? I've seen a lot of soy fun fans lately. That's a good question. Well, no, I'm not going to say that. Because I'm a soy fun fan. In fact, I'm a Gote 13 fan for the most part. I like everyone but Komomura. And even then, it's not like I hate Komomura. He's just annoying and a hypocrite. He's annoying and a hypocrite, and those are the reasons I don't like him. But the only big soy phone fan that I've seen is actually Zach Brannigan, aka the guy that goes at it every day with the Naruto community. Where's he at? Yeah. I don't know where he's at actually, but he's the only person I've ever seen have a soy phone PFP or anything like that. So it's an interesting question. Nice to see you again, Ab-Stract, for real. Hey, no, same, man, same. Just free scrolling on Twitter live is pretty brave. Is it, bro? That's hilarious. Can't wait for you to see reaction to Nier versus Shikamaru. Definitely. As for Aizen versus Johan, might take some time because Johan's feats are spread out. Gotcha. Also, Ab-Stract, new feat for me. I saw a nearly 6-hour-long video of intelligence scaling. That's dope. See, but I actually, it's funny you say that. That's a new feat because, I come from a class of watching really, really long lectures. The longest lecture I've watched was 8. No, it was 11. No. How long was the lecture, bro? It was anywhere from 8 to 11 hours by Phil Valentine on consciousness. It was dope. And of course, there was little breaks in between. But yeah, 11-hour lecture. It was dope. Haven't did that in a while. I might have to. But all right, you party people, we're going to get out of here. Got a shower. It was nice connecting with you guys again. I'll see you Wednesday. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow is a day for me and my fiance. I'll be back for Q&A Wednesday, though. And then probably Thursday. So Wednesday and Thursday, expect a stream. We can talk about... oh, no. I'll probably read JJK. It'll be Q&A Wednesday. So that means we have to go over some, stuff. And then for Thursday, we'll probably be talking about JJK. Yeah, that sounds about right. But all right, y'all, take it easy. We out of here. Oh, I shaved. That's why I look weird. I shaved a little bit. Don't know how I feel about it. Yeah. There was more of a beard here before, but it's all going down.